Guys, I'm back. Just a 2-minute rest, and then we're gonna do squats. I like to do my squats with a twist. You can do regular squats if you like, but I find the twist is more challenging for me. And then I'm gonna show what that looks like. I'm gonna show the regular squat, just an example of the regular squat. Then I'm gonna show the one that I do where I come up and twist like this. And I find that that's more challenging for me. You don't really have to do it that way. I just do it that way myself. And kettlebell goblet squat. Okay, here we go. And then I'm gonna talk about, after that I'm gonna do a quick talk about workouts, having a stretching phase, a warm-up phase, possibly an active stretching phase, your main workout. And the most important one I don't ever see is having a good cool down. So I'll talk about that as well. Okay, I'll get a little bit closer. Okay, so as far as the squats go, you can do it like this. This is a goblet squat where you hold it up like this. You can hold it by the horns. I choose to hold it by the horns because I'm just lazy like that. And then I do a squat where I come down and I come up and I twist this way. Come down, come up, and I twist this way. And I'll just demo that real quick so you can see what each one looks like. It's up to you. Beginners, I recommend doing just a basic goblet squat by the horns. If you've never held a kettlebell like this, it's still a ball of iron. So if you've done all the other exercises and your hands are really sweaty and you haven't wiped them off, you can easily slide out of your hand. But of course, I've done all that. So when doing the goblet squat, you want to make sure that your feet are a little wider than shoulder length apart. You want to make sure that you sit back down, try to sit back, or try to activate your glutes. While you're coming down like this, while you're coming straight down, keep your back straight, and then come straight up. Now when picking up the kettlebell, you want to pick it up as if you were doing a deadlift. So you pick it up like this, put your hand underneath it, and then do this. That is a traditional goblet squat. When you're doing a goblet squat like that, you'll find there's more activation in your core and your lower body. If you hold it by the horns while squatting, you'll find that there's more activation in your biceps, triceps, arms, chest, and core. We'll show you that now. For picking this up, you don't have to do a sit down, you can just do a normal squat. Hold it like this, bring it up to chest level, come straight up, set yourself up, make sure it's at chest level. And then you have, I don't know if you can probably feel that once you do it, you have activation in your chest, arms, lower core from holding it by the horns. And then I'll show you the one that I like to do. It's almost the same thing, only you just twist in different directions. That's the one I like to do. It's a little bit harder on me, but you don't have to do that one. You can do the other two squats I demoed, or if you look online, they have some overhead squats you can do. Really depends on what you want to do. It all depends on how you want to do that. We'll give about a minute rest here, then we'll finish up that set of goblet twist squats, is what I call them. Whew. Okay, I'm back. That was probably a little bit longer than 1 minute, but I was just drinking some water and taking a minute. So I'm going to show that again. Then I'm going to get into just a quick spat of the diversity of exercises that are available to kettlebells, having narrowed and defined goals, and then having a good warm-up, a workout session like this, and then having a good cool down phase. So the cool down phase is actually really cool. A lot of people skip it, but if you stretch your body out and during the cool down phase, you'll find that your muscles start to tighten up, and it's a little bit more painful, but it's actually very useful in the long run. So I'll show that as well. Not the cool down phase, but I'll talk about it. Okay, that was 2 sets of 10 for a kettlebell goblet squat. That is very useful for me. I probably shouldn't be sitting down. My heart rate tends to drop when I sit down, but I'm going to anyways. Now, kettlebell exercises, they have a lot of diversity, a lot of motion you can do with it to help develop your strength, your stamina, and speed in a way that's very beneficial to your goals, or maybe a subset of defined goals. So the reason why I work on these key exercises, and I just added the deadlift instead of the single arm kettlebell swing because I like the deadlift a little bit more. And then the kettlebell swings are part of my warm up routine. The reason why I chose these 5 exercises is because they're core exercises that allow you to develop and define yourself for any goal. So you can do like some kind of side squat with the kettlebell. You can do side swings. I do side swings in my morning routines. You can do all kinds of exercises with the kettlebell. But if they're not narrowed down to a specific goal or possibly a subset of goals, then you'll find that different exercises tend to clash and overlap with each other. So you want to make sure that you do your research on the type of exercises you're doing and that they fit into your goals of what you're trying to do. Like I said, there's a Spartan workout, there's a Viking workout. These are like Hollywood type workouts for getting fit. There's also a functional workout, which I'm doing. So my workout is just for functionality and living day to day. It's not really for like heavy lifting or heavy running or anything like that. There is a workout, a double kettlebell workout, all double kettlebell, heavy set and light set, that is specifically designed for kettlebell running. So you see, if you look at workouts, they use heavy kettlebells and light kettlebells for different exercises to work on weaker muscles and tougher muscles. There's a kettlebell exercises for tennis, boxing, even javelin throwing. For some reason, there's kettlebell exercises for javelin throwing. You can pick up the kettlebell, you can hold it up like this, and you can just launch it. So I've seen people do that for javelin throwing, stuff like that, and get that explosive strength of going straight up with one arm. And because it's a round ball of iron, it doesn't break and damage itself. In fact, it damages everything else around it. If you're on a field, it'll cause potholes in the field. If you're on dirt, it'll start cracking the dirt. If you're on concrete, it'll crack the concrete. Everything else will break instead of the kettlebell. It's just a solid ball of iron. So, once you have your exercises picked out and you have all the movements picked out for what you're trying to do, then you want to set up a stretching routine. You can set up an active stretching routine or a static stretching routine. I have a rotational stretching routine that I got straight out of my kettlebell book, so I just follow that. And then you want to set up some type of warm-ups with your kettlebell. The warm-ups I don't show, I have, are, let's take a look here. 5 sets of 25 reps with the kettlebell swings, 2 sets of kettlebell get-ups that are 5 reps with the kettlebell. So kettlebell get-up is just where you get up off the floor with the kettlebell. I don't show that. I think that's something, if you're really into kettlebells, I think that's something you should research and look up on your own. It's a very dangerous exercises. I don't go higher sets. I don't go higher reps than 5 for safety reasons. And I had to go do the research and figure out the movements and do it all on my own. The reason why I don't really show that one is a lot of people tend to look at weights as, pushing it and pushing it harder. And that's not something you want to do with the kettlebell get-up. It's getting up off the floor with a kettlebell in an overhead position, just like the overhead press. And if you push it too far and the kettlebell collapses, it's just going to hit your head, your shoulder, possibly your lower body as it just goes straight to the ground. So I don't really show that one. And then the other exercises are just more like generalist, everyday function-to-function exercises. And it's deadlift, clean, overhead press, snatch, which I showed that one. I really don't like that one. Kettlebell goblet squat. And then I have a cool down phase, and this is an important one. Everybody needs a cool down phase. It's just 3 sets of 10 reps of kettlebell swings with some cool down stretches. Now, the thing about cool down stretches is if you actually take the time to do them and do like 30 seconds to a minute for each stretch, you'll start to notice your muscles tightening back up in the days to come. So I don't skip the cool down stretches because I think they're very beneficial when it comes to rounding off your exercises and goals. So that's what I wanted to talk about when it came to kettlebells and diversity of exercises and stuff like that. It's just like if you were choosing to go to college. I see some people, they go to college and they have no idea what they want to do. That's not really a correct mindset because you're spending a lot of money in college, so you kind of want to narrow down your goals. And even your goals can have subset of goals that are specialties. You can do that with the kettlebell as well. You can narrow down your goals with the kettlebell, and then you can find sub movements until specialties with whatever it is you're trying to do. So that's a good way to look at it. So that's kind of I know I kind of jumped from college to kettlebells, but you just the key takeaway is just you want to have well-defined goals when it comes to using the kettlebell. If you're not really sure what you want to do with it and you're not very clear on it, you can always start out with kettlebell swings. I did kettlebell swings for an entire year before, including double kettlebell swings for an entire year before I finally decided what it is I want to do and what my fitness goals want it to be. So that's about all I have on the topic. If you're interested in kettlebells, let me recommend a book for you guys. Kettlebell Training, 95 Exercises for Strength, Toning, Stamina, and Weight Loss by Steve Cutter. What's really cool about this book is you can go into it and you can find exercises that they use in like Russia and stuff like that you don't see on YouTube or anything like that, and you can go and research those exercises and then see if they're right for you. That's one of the cool things about the diversity part is you can try different exercises, and if they're not right for you, if they're not in your goal set, you can narrow it down to specific goals or a subset of goals, which I did. Instead of narrowing it down, I just chose a general fitness goal, and I just chose 5 core exercises for that goal, and I just do those exercises for kettlebell health and wellness. And then in a few weeks, I'm going to start drilling those exercises, including trying to push my body faster and harder, as if I were in the gym. With that being said, have a good day to you guys. I'm going to do my cool down set, and I'll catch up with you guys later.